Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we will look at another game in the Caro Kann. This one will be on a much higher level. This one was played between the new world champion, Liren, with the black pieces, against Maxim Lagrave, who, as many of you know, is a very strong player, used to be over 2800. Used to be number 2 in the world. So let's take a look. We got e4, c6, d4, d5. Again, white has several options here. Again, this is not the two knights, this is the main line. Caro Kann, and white's three main options are push, take, or defend. And Lagrave chooses to push. Black plays the main move, bishop f5, because black wants to get the bishop out before playing a move e6. And Lagrave plays a very interesting move, which is the second main move, which is pawn h4. Now, the point for h4 is, if you're not careful as black, you will get your bishop trapped. For example, if a move e6 is played, white can play pawn g4, and this bishop will get trapped. If he goes here, we play h5. If he goes here, we play f3, and the bishop simply runs out of moves. So the question is, what does black do? Well, there are two main moves, h5 and h6. Both of them intend to give a bishop a square on h7. There is also queen b6, just not committing to anything, not playing e6. Case of early g4, black drops. Din chose h6, which makes sense. Lagrave continues with g4. Good move. And now the main move here is just to drop back. And the reason for dropping back is to deal with what the move which Lagrave will play in a moment. But Din did not play that move. Din played bishop e4 because he wanted to provoke f3. Because he thought that it helps it helps him to get a white pawn on f3, the king is open, the knight does not go to f3. So f3 was played. And now the bishop drops back to h7. And now Lagrave plays a very nice move, an idea which you need to remember, pawn e6. It's a free pawn. The point of this move is if black takes, black's development is highly questionable. This bishop is not playing chess for a while. This pawn is weak. The light squares become weak. And here white has a very nice move, bishop d3. The logic being is simply to get rid of this bishop. If black takes, we take with the queen. Our queen wants to now go to g6. It's not very easy to deal with that. Din does not take. He played knight f6. And now Lagrave keeps the pawn here. He doesn't take, which is what the computer wants him to do. He plays bishop f4. And the point of bishop f4 is black was thinking of playing queen d6 and taking the pawn. So we improved our bishop. We stop the ideas of queen d6. So Din develops to the other square, queen b6 attacking the pawn. And now this is a very instructive moment where Lagrave just lets this happen. He develops the knight. Din takes the pawn. Not only is he attacking this, but I also want you to notice that he is double attacking the pawn on c2. So white has to be very careful. And Lagrave plays a very strange move. It's also a very instructive move. Most people would be very reluctant to touch the king. Because, well, you would like to castle. But the best move here is the move Lagrave actually plays, which is king d2. he defends this pawn twice. He defends the knight. And he's getting ready to play rook b1. But you notice, black inside is still not developed. Rook b1 is a very scary move. So Ding retreats preemptively. He also attacks this pawn. So Lagrave spends a move to defend the pawn, knight e2. Ding plays a6 because he wants to give his queen this square. Because after rook here, behind the queen, there is a free pawn. Rook here is played anyway. The queen retreats. And now again, these guys are not playing chess. These guys are not playing chess. And Lagrave simply improves his knight. This knight might go here to win the rook. The knight might go here to solidify this square and hit this square. So pawn b5, stopping knight b6. But now knight c5, and this is a very nice knight. Ding plays bishop g8. And Lagrave again plays a very instructive move. He does not he does not take. He doesn't need to take. He improves his bishop. Black takes, and the other reason behind this move was to free up this square for his knight. So now this knight invades, and again, notice, black is up a pawn, but this bishop is not playing chess. This bishop is not amazing. Black is nowhere near castling. This rook is not playing. And this is currently attacked twice. Knight d7. Now, many people would take this pawn, which is okay, but Lagrave comes up with something else. He takes the knight. Black takes back. And now Lagrave puts the knight on g6, which means this pawn can't move. This pawn's not moving, which means effectively black is playing without these two pieces. Ding trades the knight for the bishop. Lagrave takes back, and again, these guys are not playing. Rook h7, but where is this rook going? Well, nowhere. Pawn h5. And this rook is not playing, this bishop is not playing, and they're never going to play. So the only thing we need to do is to trade off the queen and the rook. Once they get traded, white will win. So pawn c5, then gain space, pawn f4, bishop f7. Again, we don't mind if this trade happens. There will simply be a pawn here. Lagrave improves his queen. Ding castles. Lagrave improves his bishop. Connects the rooks. Ding plays c4. a4 to open up this line. King c7 to bring the rook back into the game. Takes, takes. Takes. Queen check. King moves. Rook a8. It looks like black is causing trouble. The rook drops rook a2. Looks like black is causing trouble. c3. By the way, notice when the rook moves, this becomes free. However, we don't need this bishop. Because if we take this bishop, black would bring his rook, and the rook will activate. Right now, they're not playing chess at all. So it doesn't help us to take the bishop if we release the rook. So instead, pawn c3 attacking the queen. Queen check, king moves. Black double attacks. And Lagrave just says, let's trade queens. You can win a pawn, but it doesn't matter because I just need to trade pieces. And if you win a pawn, it doesn't matter. Okay. Ding wins a pawn, but again, notice these guys are still not playing chess. King d4. The rook drops to attack the bishop. Lagrave defends. King c6. And now white invades. takes. Defense, but again, the bishop and the rook cannot play in chess, so all we need to do is to trade off this rook. When your opponent has passive pieces, trade off all his active pieces. And this is instructive. Lagrave simply gives up this bishop. He doesn't need this bishop because if black takes, this king is caught in a maiden net. We are going to check. King will go here, and now we'll play king c5. And now checkmate is coming, and you cannot really do anything about it. And again, black pieces, the bishop and the rook, are completely helpless. In the game, rook d2 check, king moved, rook a2, and after this check, black simply resigned. These pieces are not playing, white pieces are activating. It's just a matter of time until white wins. So this is a very interesting idea in the Caro Kann, and maybe you'll be able to use it in your games. This idea where you play an early e6. Again, remember this trap with h4. If black is not careful, you'll simply win the bishop. Of course, your opponents will be more intelligent than that, but this is why I want you to remember this other idea of pushing e6. And the point, again, is black can take, but if he takes, light squares become weak. Our plan is to play bishop d3 to get rid of the light square bishop, and then you get to have fun on the light squares. In the game that did not happen, but we got this beautiful domination where black rook and black bishop are not going to play chess ever again. I hope you enjoyed this game. I hope you learned something. Sorry about my voice. Please like, please subscribe. I'll be back soon. Thank you.